Now, as we wake up on Sunday, the city is once again battling a severe air quality crisis. The overall air quality index has spiked to a hazardous 400, placing Delhi firmly in the severe category. Current data reveals alarming particulate matter 2.5 levels at 228, far exceeding safe limits, while PM10 sits at 150. Other pollutants like NO2 at 25, SO2 at 3, O3 at 5 and carbon monoxide at 4 adding to the toxic mix, posing significant health risk, especially for children, the elderly and those with respiratory issues. Though the Diwali and festive season has subsided, the relief is short-lived. The wedding season is now in full swing, bringing with it a fresh wave of firecracker use, a major contributor to the smog blanketing the capital. Experts warn that this could worsen the AQI further, with stubble burning in neighbouring states and vehicular emissions compounding the problem. The Delhi Pollution Control Committee has issued a health advisory urging residents to limit outdoor activities, use masks and avoid cracker bursts. Authorities are on high alert, monitoring the situation closely. Now, Parali burning or stubble burning is one of the main contributors of bad AQI in the national capital region. We will now be looking at the comparisons of all the states, the stubble burning in Delhi, Haryana and Punjab namely. So now we can see that on November 1st, 2025, there's a lot of stubble burning that has taken place in Punjab. You know, on Saturday, Punjab itself recorded about 242 cases of Parali burning, and you know, this is despite the fact that the government has given significant subsidies to farmers to ensure that this does not happen. Now, we can see that a lot of stubble burning has taken place in Punjab, but that relatively it's less of stubble burning in Haryana, and you can see that it's almost negligible in the national capital region of Delhi. On the 2nd of November, that is today, we can again see the data from Punjab. All these red dots signify, rather specify the number of stubble burning cases that have taken place in Punjab in the past 24 hours. And then you also have the stubble burning cases in Haryana as well as in New Delhi. You can see that there's a greater patch here in the state of Punjab. You know, Punjab is one of the main contributors of stubble burning, which thereby contributes to bad AQI in the national capital region. Now, coming back to the previous week, we can see that in comparison to 2nd of November, there has been less number of cases of stubble burning on 26th October 2025 in states, in both the states, in Haryana as well as in Punjab. So, we can see that the red dots there signify the number of stubble burning cases on 2nd November 2025. There are a lot of them, and in comparison to last week, that is 26th October, there are not a lot of stubble burning cases that have been reported. Now, in comparison to the previous month, we can see that there is not a lot of cases of stubble burning in Punjab, rather it's almost one or perhaps two cases that have been reported in comparison to this month. And then you have the state of Haryana, where about 1 or 2 stubble burning cases have taken place. So, we can see the significant increase in the number of stubble burning cases in comparison to the last month from the state of Punjab particularly. These red dots signify the number of stubble burning cases that have been taking place. Now, if we compare it with the last year, rather, you can see that the number of stubble burning cases almost seems like it was in November of 2024. There have been more cases that have been recorded, and in this month as well, we can see a significant number of stubble burning cases that were recorded in the month of November. So, we can see a lot of cases. You know, every year the poor AQI in Delhi has been attributed to the stubble farming in Punjab. Now, in comparison to 1st November, we have 1st November and 2nd November, where we can see that there are a lot of stubble burning cases. So, now bad AQI in Delhi. Delhi's AQI has reached the severe category, and Punjab has been blamed for this owing to stubble burning that takes place. Now I am being joined on the broadcast by Ms. Kavita Ashok, who's an environmentalist. Good morning, Dr. Ashok. It's great to have you here. I want to understand from you, ma'am, Punjab's stubble burning cases have surged, and governments after governments have spent thousands of crores on subsidizing it for farmers. But why is it that we still see stubble burning cases, and why is it that farmers still continue to do this despite knowing the risks that it is associated with? Ma'am, if you could just please unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. I can hear you.
So I think there is lack of empathy from the neighboring states about the state of Delhiites and how we are facing air pollution problem with AQI shooting up to 600, 700, 500 in different parts of Delhi. So there is a lack of coordination between the states, and I think it's become more of a political problem rather than an on ground issue. So the reason that we are unable to tackle air pollution problem, one of the major contributors is, as you just said, is stubble burning, and it is coming from the neighboring states of Punjab, Haryana, and also some parts of Rajasthan, where I myself have seen farm fires very recently. So I think there needs to be a proper sit down between the state chief ministers, and the environment ministry has to take it into account, because people in Delhi are already living in a gas chamber, and it is really criminal to expose our children and elders with low immunity to this kind of the poorest of air quality in the world.
Ma'am, also, there are reports that China has cut particulate matter 2.5 by 40% in 7 years. So why hasn't our country been able to do the same? What has been fundamentally wrong in our approach in regards with the governments?
See, the causes of the air pollution are very deep rooted. So it is everything from ground dust to infrastructure problems, whereas construction is happening. Then there are broken roads, and so much of garbage. There is lack of waste management, and also I guess there is a lot of vehicular pollution. Like nearly 50% of it is vehicular. And then we also have this Parali problem every year. So I guess we need, maybe we need firmer rules, regulations, fines, and of course a political will to solve it for once and for all, because this is recurrent. It can't be happening every year. We've been suffering for the last one decade, and it is taking a toll on everyone's health now.
Ma'am, we have seen a lot of quick fixes, whether it's in terms of halting construction, or imposing odd even rules, or banning firecrackers, but these have not really solved the crises that we continue to face in the National Capital Region. And the time. Yes, ma'am.
No, I want to just add here that, see, of course, crackers, let us remember that crackers are being burst for maximum 2 to 3 days during Diwali. Of course, the next 2 3 days of Diwali takes a toll on everyone's health, and it is very difficult to tell people not to burst crackers, because there's a lot of religious sentiment attached to it. But what about days after Diwali? See, now Diwali has been gone for like so many days. Now, why is the AQI 700, 600, 500? You can't blame 2 days of cracker bursting to the whole air pollution of winter in Delhi. Now wait and watch this month, next month, January, we'll still be choking for breath. So of course one has to look deep. Where is this? What is the root problem, and how are we going to solve it on ground? So I suggest that we have to look at the political compatibility between the states, more than blaming other things like, oh, there's construction going on, oh, there is dust. Of course there is dust and construction in every state, but there is, what about regulation of farm fires here?
So in your opinion, why is it that despite repeated government action plans, also even in Delhi, why is it that the AQI continues to be poor even after so many days?
See, firstly, one of the major contributors to the reason that air pollution remains throughout winter is because of Delhi's topographical location. It is like a dust bowl. It's in the form of a bowl like a tashtari. So what happens during winters when the winds are not so strong, air pollutants get accumulated on the top layer of the atmosphere, and until and unless the winds are very sharp and very heavy, the pollutants are unable to blow away. So this, on the opposite hand, it happens like this in summer. Pollution is there, but because the winds are very strong, they take with them the pollutants. Now during winters, it keep getting accumulated, and then also the stubble burning adds fuel to the fire, and then hence Delhi chokes.
All right, ma'am. I appreciate you sharing those insights with us. Thank you. Shifting focus.